One of the things that we have to talk about today is oil. And why are we talking about oil? Because oil just surged 35% this week for the biggest gain in futures trading history dating back to 1983 per the headline. Now, wow, this is a big story. For example, right here, US crude oil on Friday posted its biggest weekly gain in futures trading history as the problems in the Middle East have triggered major disruption to global fuel supplies. Now, West Texas Intermediate futures surged 12.2%, and global benchmark Brent rallied 8.52% to settle at $92.69 a barrel. West crude soared 35.6% for the biggest weekly gain in the history of the futures trading contract dating back to 1983. Same thing, Brent jumped about 28% for its biggest weekly gain since April 20th. Now, looking what's going to happen in the future, for example, the war has already brought traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical shipping route for energy supplies, to a near standstill. And Qatar's energy prime minister said that crude prices could reach $150 per barrel in the coming weeks if oil tankers cannot pass through the strait. Qatar's energy prime minister also said this could bring down economies of the world, he said. If you look here at the map, the Strait of Hormuz is widely considered one of the world's most important oil choke points, and roughly 20% of the global oil and gas typically passes through this narrow shipping lane, and shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has slowed to a near standstill following the US and Israeli strikes on Iran. The Trump administration has talked about offering insurance for oil tankers in the Persian Gulf, but that did little to calm the market. And looking further into this, the average price per gallon for a regular gallon of gasoline jumped nearly 27 cents in the last week, Thursday, to $3.25, according to AAA in the US. Now, for example, taking a closer look here, let's go here, for example, to Trading View, and let's take a look at Exxon. Why are we looking at Exxon? Because they are a big oil company, and you can see if you look at their chart is going up very, very well. And right now it's showing no signs of stopping. It's currently continuing. If you can see right here, it's neither going up nor going down. This is kind of consolidation. And it's consolidating, not going up, not going down. But let's take a look back over here at some of these chart patterns. So for example, one of the chart patterns that you can see right here, this is called a head and shoulders pattern right here, head and shoulders. And you can see the shoulders, and this is the neckline. And once the head and shoulders breaks out and goes down the neckline, that's the breakout part, breaks the neckline and goes down. Now, the same can also be true the other way. Let's look here. For example, right here, you kind of see, here's the reverse head, here's the left shoulder, here's the right shoulder, and this is the, here's the neckline, and then that's this one doesn't have much of a breakout, but it does break the neckline a little bit right there. So you have a head and shoulders and a reverse head and shoulders. One chart pattern makes the price go up, another chart pattern makes the price go down. So just be aware of that. Now, another thing we can take a look at right now, since they're talking about oil prices, let's go over here to US oil. So here's the chart for US oil. And as you can see, this is what they were talking about. It's just going straight up. Look at this, for example. Here is March 8th, March 9th, and look at this chart pattern. I've got my time set on 1 hour, and look at all this volume. If you look right here, this is all the volume. These are the volume bars, and there's a lot of volume because there's a lot of price action going on there. So be aware of that. That's what they're talking about when they say, for example, if you look back here at the article, the biggest, right here, it says it posted oil surges 35% this week for the biggest gain in futures trading. That's kind of what they're talking about right here. Look at all this trading and look at this price chart right there. So all that and more coming up in the next stream. and we're going to break it down even more.